on the mount, going up 6-1 in just the first period. So see if that's a similar mentality here for the Bison as the Blue Jays get started. Goes on the far side. Now near side end of the middle, saved away by Bucknell. Bucknell with the save there, and they'll go on offense here. It's up on the near side. It's to Galern. Passes it out front to one of the seniors on this Bucknell team, Liam Stott, the native of South Africa. Now into the middle it goes. Bucknell with a chance there, but it's stolen away by the Blue Jays. Alec Baker gets the steal, the freshman from California, and he'll go with it now. Swims up with 15 now on the clock to go here. Looking for a potential shot opportunity. He's guarded by Bucknell Stefanovic. Now it goes up top. It's Soares. Soares shoots. Skips one off the crossbar, and it's over. So it'll be Bison ball again here. It'll be in the hands of Dumitru as he goes up quickly. Swimming up for it is Bucknell. We do have a foul called here. Could have an ejection. And we do. Be Brook getting ejected. Brook, the sophomore from Pennsylvania, in his home state here, as Bucknell will be up a man. 15 to shoot on that, 15 on the clock as well. They go cross pool, now back up into the middle it goes. Here comes a shot opportunity, he shoots, he scores. Easy finish there for Galern. Worked well by the Bucknell offense to notch one early on here. Kenny Notorium. Not much you can do there if you're the goalkeeper, Sahil Naik. The graduate student from Florida. Played in 12 games this year. Not too much you can do. Of course, Bucknell and Hopkins have already played once this year. It was an instant classic early on down in Baltimore. Bucknell won that one 17-16, but they trailed late on, even in the fourth. See if that's the similar opportunity here as we have some physical play on the near side now with 10 on the shot clock. Chasing after it and going low and scoring there for Johns Hopkins to knot things up is Gavin Brook, the sophomore who took the ejection just earlier on. Now finishing there at the first calling. Be the second shot for Johns Hopkins, but 1-1 now. We have just under 6 minutes to go here in period number one. With it for the Bison, Liam Stott, as we said, the senior here on senior day. 1 of 3 for Bucknell. Stefanovic. Near side it goes, it's Galern, into the middle. Physical play again into the middle. A chip shot over the keeper. My goodness, falling backwards underwater is Ozar on senior night, the center from Istanbul, Turkey. Finish it and gives Bucknell a 2-1 advantage here early on. 5:41 remaining here. The Bison wasting no time and taking that lead right back. So now for Hopkins, it'll be Burns, the senior from California. Now near side, it's Brook again, the goal scorer. Far side, we go to Baker, back to Brook. Could be stolen away here by Bucknell as a scramble for it, and they do get 2. Liam Stott be credited with the steal there, I'm sure. Vlachano, near side, it's Galern. No one going to, now back into the middle. It's Reichman, and it's stolen away. Oh, there he is, just coming up now. And it was a great defensive play out in front by Burns to thwart that Bison attack. Cross pool. It soars into the middle, and it's handled there by Dumitru. The freshman from Romania with his second save of the day here in 3 opportunities, and Bucknell will have another chance here with 4:30 remaining. 14 on the clock. Foul called there. Back into the middle it goes, and another foul called, and it looks like we will have an ejection here. Shot clock resets to 30, and the Bison with it. Cross pool looking for the shot here. They're 1 for 1 in these opportunities so far today. 8 to shoot on the advantage here. The ejection, 15 on the actual shot clock, and now a shot here. It ricochets off of the crossbar with authority that time, so the shot clock will reset here with 4:10 remaining in period number one. Aggressive defense there by the Blue Jays. That was Brook again. have an infraction called here. Now a cutter into the middle, and an errant pass, however, just a little bit too high for Bucknell's Galern, who was making his move towards the far post, but it was handled very effectively by Naik of Johns Hopkins. As now it's the far side for the Blue Jays, looking to answer here. Not this one, back up at 2. It's Bleacher. Excuse me, it's Baker on the far side. Now into the middle it goes. Ending up getting to it with 1 on the clock, and they're not going to have enough time as the shot clock runs out. I almost didn't even notice that time. Although play was moving a little bit slowly for the Blue Jays there. Not as fast as I'm sure they would like, and we'll have a foul called here, but a long pass from Dumitru, and it's handled by Bucknell. They'll have 14 on the shot clock. 3:05 remaining on the game clock here in period number 1. Now some faking out top there by Stott. The pass goes into the middle, and down goes Reichman. And he can't get anything. So Naik trying to push it here. He does with some speed to Palfi. Now into the middle it goes. That's Soares. Soares with the pass out into the middle, and we could have an ejection here, and we do. Being sent away will be Galern of Bucknell, and now an opportunity here for the Blue Jays to tie this one up. 20 on the shot clock. 2:30 remaining in period number 1. Looking for a shot here. Nothing he likes so far. Now a foul here. Pretty easy call that time on Soares. Trying to get the shot. They shoot it. Saved away by Dumitru, but on the rebound, it's finished by the Blue Jays, and they tie this one up. Baker was in the right place at the right time there, and Bucknell, of course, in that situation was a man down. As some substitutions here will make way. Ozar back into the game for the Bison. Looks like also diving in will be Schultz. Also, Tunnicliffe is in. And it'll be Murad, the sophomore from Stanford, California. Looks like he'll be running the show from the point. As Galern with 20 to shoot on the shot, 20 on the shot clock, 2:05 on the game. And a shot there, it up and under, and Bucknell with the goal. Didn't even catch a number on that one, my goodness. You look away for 1 second, and that's just how quick the action can move. And an unbelievable shot there, an unbelievable precision, accuracy, and power to tuck that one away, just getting it up underneath of that crossbar, right down the middle, and Naik could not handle the heat. So Bucknell takes the lead back at 3-2. Nordum has it. Up top, near side it goes. Excuse me, not Nordum, that was Bleacher. Then it went to Babel now with 10 to shoot. Babel looking for the shot here. Good defense by Bucknell, but a cutter on the far side. And we will have another ejection for the Bison here, so the Blue Jays again looking to take advantage. It goes looking for the shot here potentially. Dumitru, though, can't give up too much of that far side just in case they go cross pool. Looking at the shot here with just 2 left on the penalty. Sliding over. Nothing yet. Back in for Bucknell. It ricochets off of the crossbar in the post. At perpendicular point and chasing after it for the Blue Jays will be Mihalopoulos. Now it goes here, turning and shooting once again off the post. We've seen so many so far today, and we're just under a minute now in the game. We've already seen a couple for each side. Now Bucknell on the break, trying to get after it here. We will have a foul called, and an ejection will be warranted. Burke, Seth Burke, the senior from Florida, the guilty party. Now cross pool it goes, looking for the shot there. Nothing having it, though. Stefanovic with it. Going towards the goal line there. Back to Stefanovic. He shoots, and it's saved away by Naik. Shot clock is now unplugged, so that's no longer a worry, but only 1 left on the penalty. Stefanovic looking for the shot here. He shoots, he scores. Bison double up the Blue Jays. 4-2 now. with 25 seconds remaining. The clock will be unplugged, however, for the Blue Jays. Trying to cut into this lead a little bit. We have seen a little bit of bad luck for both sides. A couple of the netminders for each team. Of course, a little bit fortunate in a lot of instances there. We've seen a couple off the crossbar for each team. One at least for Bucknell, maybe two, and I'd say three for Johns Hopkins. Nonetheless, Mihalopoulos with it. Here comes the cutting Bletcher, and now we're going to have an offensive foul called here, so Bucknell's going to have a chance to maybe, with 10 seconds left, if they can go quickly. Here comes the long pass from Dumitru, looking at the shot attempt here for Bucknell, and a buzzer beater, a foul called with 1.87 left. Bucknell's just going to have to shoot, and it goes over the net. But Bucknell with the 4-2 lead here after period number 1, as we'll be right back after a quick break in the action. And we welcome you back into the action here from Kinney Natorium. Of course, we said these two teams, they had met earlier on this season. It was on the 23rd of September, so it's been a bit. However, Bucknell eked out the win in that one, 17-16. It was 9-9 at half. Both teams, of course, were very evenly matched. Johns Hopkins on the year coming in with just the 2-12 overall record, but they've been in quite a lot of games, most certainly, and they did lose some people to graduation there. They've just beat Mercyhurst so far and Connecticut College, who they just beat. So they are coming off of a victory, which always is a little bit dangerous there, especially if you're a Bucknell who just won earlier today against Mount St. Mary's. As we said, they took a big 6-1 first period. Vlachino with 4 goals, Stefanovic with 4 goals, and Mogultai with 3 goals. All of them were in that big first period for the Bison. And that was really big for momentum, and they cruised to a 17-6 victory over Mount St. Mary's. So Bucknell, of course, coming in at 9-9 overall. Now they're 6-3 in conference. And a lot of their losses, I believe it is 8 of 9 so far this year, they've lost to ranked opposition. So they've certainly had a great strength of schedule, and that's a key thing here for Coach John McBride to make sure he can build the program. Those guys get in the best opportunities to potentially get themselves back to that championship game, which they lost in last year. Maybe give themselves a chance to win it this year, get to that NCAA tournament. As we're about ready to go here in period number 2, Bucknell leading 4-2. And away we go. Looks like it's going to be handled by Bucknell this time. Ended up getting to it was Butler, the senior from Bluebell, Pennsylvania. Some pushing and shoving under the surface over there on the far side. Bucknell will have it. No ejection worthy yet. Stefanovic with the pass goes towards the middle there. It's picked up by Reichman, and he can't get to it. It'll be an offensive foul here on Bucknell. Now it'll be the hands of Naik. With it for the Blue Jays there was Bartlett, the leading goal scorer on this team. Now far side it goes. It's Baker. Baker with a nice pass in towards the middle. A little bit of 1-2 play. Reverse shot behind his back, and it's saved away as Dumitru was there and ready to handle. Was not fooled one bit, as Bucknell with just 20 on that shot clock, not getting it over that center line overly quickly in too much of a hurry. They're going to have to get a shot off here rather quickly, as now Murad with it. Near side, it goes to Butler. Butler trying to find some space, but he can't 5 to shoot. Bucknell got to get something off here. Into the middle it goes. A foul will be called with 1 on the clock. And Bucknell's going to get a fresh shot clock, of course, after the foul. So they'll have another opportunity here. They gambled going into the middle there, into Reichman. Far side. Pass back into the middle there. It's Tunnicliffe. Now a shot here, skips it off the surface and in. Walker Butler, the senior on senior day with his first. Butler getting his first of the day, as we said there, on his day. Just 3 seniors for this Bucknell team as well, who have obviously held their own the last 2 seasons, making it all the way to that championship game. The ever elusive title just wasn't quite there. In this mid-Atlantic water water polo conference. It's definitely a lot of tough competition, the likes of Army and Navy and such. To go along with quite a few more. Now a potential shot here for the Blue Jays maybe. No one's showing on him, so a shot here finally, and maybe it got tipped out of play. However, it'll be Bison ball, as Chris Lowe, the Newtown Square native, was just a little bit against shooting it there. Now it was early in the shot clock, so understandably so, but they were letting him go. Maybe let that one fly. Lachino. Now it goes near side. It's Tunnicliffe now into the middle. Reichman chasing after. And we will have an ejection here for the Blue Jays, and Bucknell will have 20 seconds. Man up opportunity. Tunnicliffe, far side it goes. Towards that goal line now. Lachino trying to fully rotate it around. 10 on the shot clock. Lachino. Shot attempt here to the far post. He shoots, he scores. It's Tunnicliffe, the freshman from Long Beach. Bucknell will make some substitutions here with 5:17 remaining in period number 2. They have a 6-2 advantage against the Blue Jays thus far. And we're going to have a timeout in the pool here with the score 6-2. So we'll take a quick break from Kinney Auditorium. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back here from Kinney Auditorium. Timeout called there by Johns Hopkins, who, as we said, have struggled this year, but they're coming off of a year where they had a couple All-Americans. And they do have some losses to some great opposition. They went out to the Rare Air Challenge at the United States Air Force Academy, played against Air Force. Redlands, Cal Lutheran as well. They did get a win against Mercyhurst, as we said, and in conference play, they played Wagner. Fordham lost those ones. Wagner was a close one, 15-13, as Bucknell makes their way back out into the pool here, but hasn't been quite the same success for Bucknell. However, as we said, this schedule has been rather ridiculous so far this year for the Bison. They've lost 8 of 9 games to ranked opposition, and when you look at the conference as a whole, with Fordham being ranked, Navy being ranked at the very least there, just out of the couple teams that Johns Hopkins has played so far, it's something that you have to be proud of if you're Bucknell, at least thus far, but you got to be hungrier to get past that last game, get back to the NCAA tournament. You know, this is a pool that, of course, just got a lot of renovations that they have been pledged to it as well. So a lot of good things going on here in Kinney Auditorium, and this team just looking to keep getting that momentum to go back to the tournament, as they were 2021 Mid-Atlantic Water Polo Conference champions. 2019, 2016 as well, looking to put more to that banner. But the Blue Jays look to get in the way with 10 to shoot. Nothing they like there. Rotating his way in and having a shot there, and it's blocked away by the Bucknell defender out in front. Another shot attempt here, and what a great job on the rebound. And it looks like we're going to have a foul called here, and they'll be in ejection, I believe. Or excuse me, no, they counted it as a goal. Looked like there was an ejection there with the weird whistle play, but it was an excellent bit of play there by Johns Hopkins off of the rebound after an excellent save by Dumitru. He just couldn't quite corral it. Now Bucknell with it. It was a good initial block by Bucknell's Galern, who just gets fouled there with 20 to shoot. Now into the middle it goes, and Ozar gets drug under. And we're going to have a penalty shot here called, as Bucknell going to have Tunnicliffe take it here. Versus Naik. He shoots it, saved away by the Blue Jay keeper. That's a big bit of momentum shifting play there. 6-3 the score. The Blue Jays looking for anything they can get as they move back on offense here. Looking to take 2 straight from Bucknell after Bucknell scored 4 straight in the first. Near side, it's Brook. Looking at a shot there from deep was Bletcher. Now it goes to the far side. Now a shot attempt here to the far post, and it ricochets off of the crossbar and straight down. How cruel for the Blue Jays. And now Bucknell looking to capitalize here. They may have numbers, but Blue Jays getting back. No one closing a shot. He scores. It's Galern again, at least his second of the day. And a interesting bit of play there, not necessarily on anybody's part, just sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles for the Blue Jays, unfortunately, is that one going off of the post and then going directly to Dumitru, who passes so well, especially for someone in the freshman class, and did a great job getting it up, and Galern did the rest. Little bit of X's and O's being done here for the Blue Jays to try to work up a goal with 3:30 remaining. He shoots, saved away. What a save by the freshman again. The freshman from Bucharest, Romania, doing the job so far for Bucknell. Now a shot here to the far post. Once again, it hits the post. Then it ricochets off the post onto Dumitru's back of his head, and somehow it still stays out. And Bucknell is doing a great job capitalizing on these opportunities, and the bad luck of the Blue Jays for sure. And that one, almost an own goal, tips over the top. It was towards Ozar. It was a good defensive play. Would have once again been a rather bit of unlucky play there for the Blue Jays. Just haven't gone their way so far. See if they can turn things around here with 2:48 remaining in the half. Looks like we are going to have an ejection here. It will be. So the Blue Jays looking to capitalize on that opportunity. Back out to the point it goes. Looking for a shot there. 14 on the shot clock, just 1 left on the penalty clock. And we're going to have a turnover here on the Blue Jays. And they really needed that one, especially after the Bucknell penalty on Stott. And Bucknell racing up the pool with it. That's Schultz. Schultz guarded with a high press out there, and what a job there of stealing that one away by Johns Hopkins. That was Alec Baker. And of course, Coach McBride not too happy there with the turnover. There will be I think there will be an infraction there. Yes, it will be an infraction on Tunnicliffe. At least he will serve it. Unless that's just old and still back up on the board there. So we have a little bit of confusion here. Actually, it looks like there's been multiple fouls assessed to multiple individuals here, maybe? I can't quite tell. I'm not exactly in the loop up here. But we'll call it the best we can for you either way. It's going quickly with it. The Blue Jays looking to take advantage here, as there are just 3 penalties, but the Blue Jays are a man up here. And the shot into the far post. Not too much Dumitru can do in that instance. Easy goal there for Steffi. It's Quint Steffi, of course. He's the sophomore from California, listed as a utility player here. The media guide for the Blue Jays, but they get one back with 1:44 remaining, and this is a big last minute 45 here. Trying to figure out how many seconds that was. Couldn't quite do it, nonetheless. 7-4. Bucknell with it. The Blue Jays need a big stop here. If you go into halftime doubled up, it's not going to be ideal for the Blue Jays to come back, especially with a confident Bucknell squad. And that'll be an offensive foul. That's a good start for the Blue Jays there, as they have an opportunity, and Bucknell looking to keep rolling with the punches here. As we said, at times the Blue Jays have gotten unlucky, but Bucknell has taken advantage of every single opportunity they've gotten, and that's exactly what you have to do if you're Coach McBride's team. And they played good defense as well, forcing quite a lot of turnovers and blocks here. And a shot there saved away by Dumitru. And we're going to go quickly. Oh, it hits right off the top of the head of Bucknell. That was Stefanovic, and there's an unlucky break for the Bison. The Blue Jays saved by the noggin of Stefanovic. Now into the middle, could have an opportunity to shoot here for the Blue Jays. It's saved away again by Dumitru. The freshman is going crazy today. But the Hopkins will regain possession. Excuse me, the Blue Jays will regain possession. Goes into the middle, and there it's stolen away by Bucknell. They'll have another shot. The shot clock is still on here. Bucknell gaining possession at 32 seconds, so the Blue Jays won't have much time after Bucknell's shot attempt. But it's 7-4. Bucknell looking to get one more here before the half. Pass goes far side. A shot here saved away by Naik. And now the Blue Jays are going to have a little bit of an opportunity. Coach McBride did like the shot there, however. Might have been something they've been looking for and been scouting up. But now with 5 seconds to go, the Blue Jays need to go. And the pass attempt here, 3, 2, 1. Shot saved by Dumitru. Give him another one for the book. 7-4 the score here. We'll have a quick halftime from Kenny Natorium, and we'll take a break during that time. 7-4, the Bison lead it. Be back in a moment. We're back here from Kinney Auditorium with both teams heading back towards the pool. Still 2 minutes left on the halftime clock. However, looks like both respective coaches have done what they need to do, said what they need to say, excuse me. And the Blue Jays, of course, as we said, getting a little bit unlucky there in the first half with a couple off of the crossbar and such. But Bucknell is doing a great job of countering so far today. Those long passes from the freshman netminder in Dumitru have been essential for the Bison, as we're about ready to go here again for the second half of play. Bucknell leading at 7-4. The Blue Jays looking, as we have a nice crowd here in Kinney Auditorium today on Senior Day, and send them off the right way. And Bucknell winning the faceoff. Big for the Bison there as it's one back to Stott. Little pull there on the arm on the far side of Galern. Into the middle it goes, a shot from Ozar. He shoots, he scores. Out of nowhere, once again, it's not quite as impressive as his fadeaway floater earlier. However, Ozar doing the job there, using his body effectively, and the senior on Senior Day gets his second. Oh, pass to the far side of the pool. A shot there. Dumitru is at his near post, and he's up to the challenge. Trying to skip that one might have been more effective there to go up. And now, once again, another break for Bucknell on the far side. It's Galern. Galern with it. Shooting, and it couldn't be saved by Nyack again. Bucknell with two straight to start period number 3, and the Bison looking to ride the wave here and keep things going as they have 2 goals in just 43 seconds to start the second half. And once again, that transition play holding true for Bucknell. Of course, this Johns Hopkins team has struggled all year in terms of the defensive effort, not necessarily in Nyack in goal. Save numbers are pretty solid, but a lot of transition opportunities. That's tough to do. But the Blue Jays look to get another one back here, and once again, there it goes. That perfect perpendicular point out there, and it's almost like there's a cover over the goal at times here for the Blue Jays with such precision. You know, a lot of times they say it's more impressive to hit the post so many times, but I don't think you're going to be able to tell that to the Blue Jays after this one. As Ozar has another shot here, and he gets pulled down. And Bucknell will have the opportunity here at a penalty shot. As Ozar gets pulled down, he draws it. Taking it for Bucknell will be Vlashino, the graduate student from Bucharest, Romania. Looks to finish this one. With the opportunity, shoots, saved away again by Nyack. He keeps the Blue Jays in this game. He's got 2 saves on those today. And of course, really keeping the Blue Jays in the game. Could be 11-4 at this point if it weren't for him. The Florida native doing an excellent job today. On the year, 86 saves, 194 attempts, 5 assists and 10 steals as well. Blue Jays with no time left to shoot, and they can't get anything off. It's blocked away by Bucknell, and it's going to be a race in the pool here. Oh, a nice job coming over there and stopping the ball by the Blue Jays. That's Alec Baker. And Bucknell will have to slow down and run through the set. The Bison bring it back up top to Stott, into the middle to Ozar again. He's fighting in there once again, and we are going to have an ejection, and we will have a timeout called on the pool deck by Coach McBride. He wants to draw something up here. So we'll take a quick break from Kinney Auditorium with the score 9-4. Bucknell 2 straight here to start the second half. We'll be back in a moment. We'll welcome you back in here from the spectator stands at Kinney Auditorium. Timeout was called on the pool deck there by John McBride, just wanting to make sure that the Bison had the correct set here. They have 18 seconds left on the ejection. Ejected for the Blue Jays was Alec Baker. And Bucknell has been good on these today so far. They haven't quite been on the penalty shot situation, but they've been pretty solid on this man-up opportunity. They do a great job of working the ball around, as they did last week against Navy as well, but the mids pulled away in that one. Going all the way down to the goal line, trying to throw it to the back post there. Now back out in front, it's Stefanovic. A shot here, it's saved away. Looks like it was also maybe blocked out in front by a defender. And there was a foul there going back on Bucknell, so I'll give them a little more time on the shot clock for the Blue Jays as they need one. And now we're going to have a timeout call by the Blue Jays here, as they really need a goal, as they have been held scoreless so far in period number 3, but we'll stay here. Wait for the timeout to end. Of course, as we said, these two teams, they faced off in what some would call an instant classic earlier this year. Bucknell just staying in the pool here. Coach McBride confident that the defense knows what to do in this situation. Bucknell will be without a man here. Looks like ejected for Bucknell. Initially was Tunnicliffe, however, serving it right now as he will be coming in, I'm assuming for him, will be Galern. But she said 17-16 earlier on. In September, Bucknell just taking the victory there based off, it was a 16-15 lead for the Blue Jays with 2 minutes left, and Bucknell scored 2 unanswered to end the game. Back-to-back goals from Jack Bruce and Vlashno. Won it for Bucknell, as now Nyack will come up and get ready to start things here for the Blue Jays, as they'll have 20 with the man advantage, 25 on the clock, on the shot clock, excuse me. Near side of the pool it goes, looking for an angle there, or for Bucknell's defense that just stopped for a second, is now coming back in a shot there, saved by Dumitru. And on the far side, you're going to have to watch, as it's been one of Bucknell's best transition players all day today. That's Galern. Galern coming at the far post if they can find him. Looking for the opportunity. They find Galern at the far post. He's all alone. He shoots, but it's saved away by Nyack. What a big save there from the netminder of the Blue Jays, the graduate student goalie, as now the Blue Jays will have an opportunity here. What a great one extra pass there from the center, and that was a really well-worked goal for Seth Burke, but he's certainly going to have to thank the utility man, Owen Bartlett, for the helper on that one. Bartlett on the year, just his 7th assist on the year. He's better in the goal department usually, but that time you certainly couldn't tell as he was dishing it out. 4 minutes to go here. The Blue Jays stopped the bleeding momentarily here. With the score 9-5, Bucknell's largest lead at 5 on the day. Blue Jays just getting past it. Trying to play good hard defense. Pass into the middle once again. Cutting that one could roll into the net, and there was a foul called before that. Kind of a bit of a heady play there by Bucknell, trying to hold it. Now, transition attempt for the Blue Jays here. They don't like the numbers. Maybe a pass to the far post, but it was a great job of getting back and guarding it by Stefanovic. Stepping in, maybe with the opportunity for a shot, is Rayleigh. Rayleigh near post. Into the middle it goes, and they were trying to go with a tic-tac 1-2 situation. However, looks like Bucknell is going to have an ejection here. Being ejected will be Schultz for the Bison, and there'll be a man down for 20 seconds with 20 on the shot clock as well. To the point it goes, trying to get the pass in. Once again, they hit the crossbar. You know, I printed out a sheet here of all the career highs of each of the players. We might be reaching a high there in the amount of crossbars hit by the Blue Jays today. It's got to be 6, 7 at least for them. And now, oh, what a pass to the far side, a shot. Bucknell getting a taste there of that one. Are these goals regulation sized? No, just joking, of course. The goalie's finally getting a little bit of a break there. Got to thank the crossbars and posts for this one. It's been some good shots by both teams, as we said. Just can't seem to twiddle the twine, as they say. 2:40 remaining. The Blue Jays stepping in with the shot opportunity, saved away by Dumitru, and he's done a great job of saving quite a few as well today. Quite a few for Bucknell, especially in that first half. Hasn't had as much work to do in the second, saved away. Speaking of the devil, as they say, there he is, Dumitru. Right in the middle, and once again, almost a reverse shot type of thing there from Burns. The utility man, the senior, just couldn't quite finish it off. We're going to have a foul and an injection here. Lashno with it. Oh, what a pass to the back post. Rotating over. Trying to take up as much net as possible there in that front three with the shot attempt. Here's Lashno. He shoots. He scores. Bucknell getting to double digits, and they're doubling up the Blue Jays here in Kinney Natorium, 10-5. With 1:51 remaining, the Bison doing a great job here of coming out hot in this second half. I know they came in with a 3-goal lead to begin with. However, if you're Bucknell in this case, you don't want to let the Blue Jays hang around at all, especially a team that does have a great goaltender. Doesn't have quite a lot of senior leadership necessarily on the team. They do have a couple seniors, but they do have a larger roster as well. But nonetheless, Bucknell doing a great job here trying to send out those 3 seniors on senior day the correct way with the win. Blue Jays. Far side it goes. Oh, a great pass into the middle, but Dumitru is there. Rejecting that one away. He must have seen that one before because he was privy on what they were, he was picking up what they were putting down, I guess you could say. He does a great job of recognizing kind of what the offensive attack strategy is almost before they know. The easiest way for sure. Lashno with it, only 5 to shoot for Bucknell. Pass goes into the middle, and Ozar, another ejection here, and not liking it are the Blue Jays as he gets out of play. Bucknell went with it quickly as they have an opportunity to have their largest lead of the day at 6, and Stefanovic does it. Number 6 puts Bucknell up 6. What a huge goal there for Bucknell. As they are pouring it on here in the third period. 4-1 in the third. They, of course, used the 6-1 first period to ride their victory there at Mount St. Mary's. So not at Mount St. Mary's. Of course, they didn't drive all the way down to Emmitsburg and back here to Lewisburg, but it is possible. But the Blue Jays looking to make a little noise here before they head back down to Baltimore. Trying to get another win here. Be their second conference win. The shot there. Dumitru is there again. He has just had the answer for so many things, and we're going to have an ejection here. A timeout in play. And it'll be another foul. It looks like it's once again being ejected. Will be Cameron Burns. This is his second in just a couple moments as he slowly moseys his way off here. He did not like the first call. Not necessarily rightfully so. I don't know. I didn't really see it. It was happening in a transition attempt. But he's going to serve the penalty. And then it looks like he's going to take a seat as Steffi will check in. Bucknell, far side of the pool. Trying to rotate it effectively. Back to Lashno. He shoots, he scores, he sneaks it in the near post. Bucknell up 7 with 2:11 left in period number 3. The Bison theoretically have this one strongly in hand. It's Coach McBride, his team looking to get back above 500 for the first time in a while here. Not necessarily by the end of the season, but this season. First time in a little bit, as the late shot there saved away by Dumitru. And we're going to have a quick break here as the third period ends. Bucknell up by 7. Coach McBride and the Bucknell coaching staff trying to implore the Bison to keep doing what they're doing in this case, not lose your focus, and you're going to easily have yourselves a victory. Their defense has been smothering today. Of course, the posts have been helping both sides, but I would say more so has been helping the Bison defense. There's a lot of post hit for the Blue Jays. And it looks like there will be a change in net for the Blue Jays, potentially. Warming up to potentially go in will be Chris Poisler, the freshman netminder from Texas. He's played in would-be 7 contests now. Yup, it will be Poisler here. He's played in 7 contests so far this year. Holds a 33.7% save percentage. Number 1A on your programs. And a lot of really well-worked goals by the Bison today, a lot of transition opportunities. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a knock on Naik today. Just one of those things where you might as well get your freshmen the opportunity here in a game where I wouldn't say they're not, I mean, they still have most of the starting lineup out there, but you give your freshmen an opportunity here and there. Throw them a bone. See what can happen here. As, of course, we've seen Bucknell's phenomenal freshman today, Dumitru, having a great game. Really doing what he can to send these seniors off with a victory. As Bucknell, the penalty already served by, the ejection, excuse me, already served. Now a shot here. He skips it in, and welcome to the show, Poisler. Lashno welcomes in the graduate student, welcomes the freshman. 2 ends of the spectrum there. Lashno, of course, potential career here at Bucknell, waning. Waxing for Poisler, and the veteran wins it out. And Bucknell takes their largest lead of the day at 8. Bucknell looking for 2 10-plus goal victories on the day, potentially. Definitely one way to help the goal differential. Now we go near side of the pool. It's dropped, however. Lashno has been awarded. Someone, it looks like, maybe was awarded a card there. No one's gone out for the Bison, so to my knowledge, was not Lashno as well. 5 to shoot for the Blue Jays. They're going to have to get one off, and just a little lob attempt there to the far post, not going to be effective enough as Dumitru gets another save. He's most certainly in double digits. Don't have the printout in front of me here, but the Blue Jays steal it right back from the Bison, and it's on the near side in the hands of Jens Bigler, the Pennsylvania native. Homecoming here for him. It soars. A shooting lane here potentially. Coach McBride needing a rotation there, 5 to shoot. And a shot! He scores, well worked, and the Blue Jays stop the bleeding for now and get the lead back down to 7. With 6:30 remaining here. It was very well worked and well deserved for the Blue Jays, certainly there in that instance. Cutting into this Bucknell lead to make it 13-6. But Bucknell now with another opportunity. He's got to keep scoring here and getting stops, and you got yourself a win, especially with the scoring here. And Bucknell's offense has looked potent today thus far. Maybe a shot attempt here for Bucknell, no. Now a shot here, and it skips and ricochets off the crossbar. Lost track of how many times I've said that today. Nonetheless, the Blue Jays with it, trying to attack the Bison goal. Far side of the pool we go. Mihalopoulos would assume we're certainly going to have a foul there. No ejection warranted, however. Now a shot here well over the cage, and the shot clock was winding down, and maybe some frustration there from the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. Now a long pass, far side, Vlash, no, he shoots and he misses wide. Oh, excuse me, not Vlash, no. That was Nordheim, the freshman from Boca Raton, Florida. Excuse me, Vlash, no now. However, is on the ball here with Gensbigler. Gensbigler looks to shoot, he blocks it away. Vlash, no. Says no. And there has been a change in net for the Bison here as well. It's Mateo Herrera checking in, the sophomore from Windermere, Florida. Bucknell pouring it on once again here as they get another one. I was just looking back to check on the goalkeeper change, and just like that, the Bison score again, and there'll be a mass substitution, it appears, on both sides. Both teams going to clear the bench here with 5 minutes remaining. Bucknell up 8 goals, and Coach McBride and Coach Schlegel as well going to clear that bench, at least for the Blue Jays, it appears. Chris Lowe in. Some of these guys have played at some point on the day today, but at least going with a different lineup out there at this time, trying to get that job done, is now it's Seth Burke, the attacker from Florida. Goes to Steffi. Steffi drops it into the middle there. It's Gavin Brook. Gavin Brook shoots and he scores. Just sneaks it around Herrera. And it was probably a better job there, I would have to say, of beating the defender than it was of beating the goalkeeper in Herrera. Not much you can do in that case when it's one-on-one with the attacker, especially when he's got that lefty ability to sling that to the far post there. So a tough stop for Herrera, but the Blue Jays, with that second unit in there, get the first goal. Bucknell still, some of the seniors in this one, not making too many substitutions yet. Got to make sure they put the Blue Jays away. And he shoots, he scores! What a big goal there. Scored by Bucknell to make it 8 again. And a crowd favorite here for Bucknell gets one. Of course, Liam Stott, the central defender. You knew he was going to let it fly, especially on senior night. He really wanted the goal there. Looks like he had some fans in attendance, and he sends them home happy. Now the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays trying to get one back here, get the lead back down 2-7. We're under 4 minutes remaining. Foul called on Bucknell, no ejection necessary. A shot there, and it's tipped away by Bucknell. Great defense there. Ian Rayleigh going for the shot, the junior from Maryland. And now, a great pass forward. And I believe we're going to have ourselves a penalty shot in this case, or at least I would have to assume. And Liam Stott is going to come forward and take the opportunity here. As we said, one of the crowd favorites on this team, looking to get his second goal of the day here, the central defender from South Africa. He shoots, he scores! Maybe putting the exclamation point on this one for Bucknell. 16-7, 9, the biggest lead of the day. 2 straight for Stott. And the Bison are cruising in this one. It is senior night, so I wouldn't be surprised to see those seniors stay in for Bucknell. Johns Hopkins, of course, making some substitutions. That also just might be strategic here. Bucknell using those seniors and letting them go out on a win. Reichman into the game for Bucknell. Now a potential shot here for the Blue Jays. No, out in front it goes, and Herrera can't quite save it, of course. Very well done there by number 11 of the Blue Jays. That's Rayleigh. Rayleigh maneuvering his way around the defender Vlashno, and then doing a little bit of pump faking and finishing there in front. So Bucknell still doubling up Johns Hopkins 16-8 with 3:18 remaining. At this point, all but the result here potentially, as long as nothing crazy happens. An 8-goal comeback in 3 minutes would be something. Of course, Bucknell scored 2 straight in under 2 minutes the other day, but have to take a lot from the Blue Jays, who have been struggling so far this year, but traditionally have had a solid program. Of course, down in Baltimore, Maryland. They in Division III in quite a lot of sports, Centennial Conference for football, of course. And a shot to the back post and dropping it in, Vlashno. And Poisler, the Johns Hopkins netminder, is bested again there by Vlashno, and each time has been a significant spectacle here of Vlashno's skills in the pool, of course. And the graduate student for Bucknell, one of the leading scorers from last season on this team, and one of the leaders, of course not a senior theoretically here on senior day, was last year. 2:38 remaining here from the pool at Kinney Natorium. The Bison are looking to sweep this season series here against Johns Hopkins, and Coach McBride, of course, can be pretty pleased with the effort from all involved, as Bucknell with a couple substitutions to make note of here. Ozar back in for Bucknell, as it'll be a shot clock violation there. Herrera with it now. Herrera pushing it forward to Nordheim, the freshman. Now he looks on the near side. It's Stefanovic, the sophomore. Stefanovic, far post. It's saved away. Vlashno going. He already had 4 goals earlier today. Maybe looking to go double digits for the whole evening. I guess it was this afternoon. Now it'll be for the whole day. Looking for a little 10 spot for the Bison. It soars, and it's stolen away by Bucknell's Vlashno, and he's shown all parts of his game today. And now a quick pass up here. It's towards the freshman Nordheim. He's one-on-one, and he's fouled there, and we, of course, will have a penalty shot. And let's see who it is, and just checking in for Bucknell was Walker Butler. And now we're going to have Doruk Ozar, the senior center from Istanbul, Turkey, will take it here for Bucknell. He's already got 2 on the day. Looking for that hat trick. .130 remaining. This would certainly be the time to do it. Saved away! There to spoil the party for Johns Hopkins is Chris Poisler. Diving to his right, making the play, lunging maybe. Excellent effort from him, and getting about all of the fourth period here for the Blue Jays. Bucknell, as we said, made the change as well. Mateo Herrera net, the sophomore from Wintermere, Florida. Now it's Liam Stott, who I'm sure has full pull opportunity here. Same with Walker Butler, and the shot there. Vlashno scores again. He's trying to make this one a memorable night. .112 remaining, 18-8, Bucknell leading. The Blue Jays, good to just get into the it would be good to get into the double figures here, at least come out of here with some sort of a momentum grabbing play, whatever that may be, something you can take home on your bus ride home and be happy about that. Is now pass to the back post, and there was an opportunity, and we are going to have a penalty shot here. I believe this is the first of the day for the Blue Jays. See who ends up taking it. It was a great cross-pool pass on the far side. Looked like it was Cheyenne Sadiq. Really just elite playmaking there by him in the sense of finding that pass. It was a perfect cutting, and now the shot here from Johns Hopkins, and they finish it. It's Mark Poisler, the junior utility man from Texas. I'm not Sherlock Holmes. I'd have to assume those two are brothers, related in some way. And Mark getting a goal after getting a goal on a penalty shot after Chris just saved one. Great day for the Poisler family, although not in a victory, but the boys are showing out here today in Pennsylvania. Is now Stott looking for a shot potentially. No, it's Nordheim. Back to Stott. Stott with the shot. Drives it off that far post. With 30 seconds remaining, there will be a shot clock here still, however. Just one more possession here from Kenny Notorium. It's all but over. Just have to put the period on the sentence at this point. Nonetheless, out in front, the Blue Jays still fighting here, trying to get to double digits in this one. With 10 seconds remaining, Vlashno swims over. He'll be called for a foul. Still 10 seconds to go. Time ticking away, 2 on the shot clock, and the Blue Jays won't get a shot off, and that'll about do it here from Kenny Notorium. The Bucknell Bison victorious on Senior Day, 18-9. They double up the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. They move above 500 on the year to 9-8 and 7-3 in conference play, and be back here. Won't be back here in Kenny Notorium anytime soon unless they get themselves a home playoff game. But nonetheless, that'll do it. Thanks for listening in, and we'll catch you next time here from the pool at Kenny Notorium. Thank you.